Hey guys, well, it's been a little while. I've been in school. I think Gray's also been in school. But yeah, it's been a while since we've done a video. It's a little cold out here, I gotta say, and there's not as much light as I had hoped for, but that's okay. So yeah, just to get out of the doldrums of not filming, I thought I would take the liberty of showing you my new Biolite camp stove that I got on eBay actually quite a while ago now. I just haven't really used it, and I was just interested to see whether I could charge my iPad and make some eggs on there. It's a little damp out here, as you can see, so we'll see just how far we get. I picked some sticks that were pretty dry. I'm not sure how much wood I'm gonna need. I'm not sure how long this is gonna take, but we'll just experiment a little bit and see, just to get back into what it feels like to film. So there it is. It comes kind of in two parts, and you're supposed to attach one part to the other. Alright, so here it is all assembled. Really easy assembly. I like these folding feet. They're kind of cool. And actually this foot locks this little battery thing and fan into place, which is kind of cool. If you pull that off there, you can see how that can just kind of pop off. And I think you can sort of use any combustible in here. I've got some old newspaper, I've got some twigs, and we're gonna fire it up and see how it goes. I'm not really sure how to build a fire in this sort of thing. There is a technique to building a fire in a fire pit, but right now, because everything's so small, I just sort of chucked a lot of stuff in there. One thing you should always have when you're dealing with fire, just as good practice, is a bucket of water. So I have a big pot of water over here. So yeah, just in case if anything does happen, you know, you can dump some water on stuff. Well, we definitely have fire. One thing that is cool is there's a little fan that turns on in there. You can see there's a little power bank. And actually here, you can charge your USB, so I can charge my phone or my iPad. I'm gonna try that. There's a little fan there. I'm not sure if the wood's burning or not, but we'll see. Yeah, let that get heated up a little. It seems like it's working. Well, so far, I'm pretty impressed. The little fan seems to be doing its job under there. And that butter is melting, so the fan is sort of bringing air in underneath, so you can cook something on top. So I'm actually kind of impressed right now. I'll throw some eggs in there and then maybe some potato, and we'll see. Egg is cooking, egg is cooking. There's a little smoke, not as much as I worried about initially, but that seems to be going. There's still flame going in there. You can see it a little. And I didn't put that much wood and stuff in the container, so it seems to be doing okay. But so far, I am very impressed with this thing. I brought my iPad, and I want to test that charging port. And it's plugged in, and it turns on. I'm gonna test that capacity real quick. And there you have it. My iPad is charging. Didn't really need to be charged. I'm about to take that egg out and put in the potato. So there's my first camp stove cooked egg. A little salt on there. Decided to make another one. The only thing about this is I'm not quite sure. Maybe I'm being a little paranoid, but I'm not quite sure how to kill it if I have to, because the fire can get really intense. I would assume I could maybe just pick it up, bend that foot, and pop that orange thing off, and then the fan would stop, and then it could die down on its own. But I can show you really quick how this fan works. I'll take that off. See how it kind of creates a little vortex in there, and that's that fan. So things are burning down. I think it'll eventually burn itself out. Second egg's looking good. So egg number 2 is done. I think because the pan was hot, it cooked a little faster and just a little hotter. I usually don't have amazing luck with open fire cooking, but things are really starting to die down now, to the point where I'm slightly worried that my mashed potatoes aren't gonna crisp up the way I wanted them to, but I'm fine if they're just sort of warm through. I'm not gonna push that right now. I'm surprised at how little fuel this takes too, because I think because of that fan action. But yeah, see, things are starting to die down now. I'm not so worried. The fan's still on, but so yeah, that's sort of what I got. My iPad is still 92, so that's charging. And I think sort of the more I mess with it, the better I'll get at regulating the temperature and everything. So right now there's a moment when the fire got a little big and I didn't really know what to do, but yeah, I think this just needs less fuel than I think it will, and I think because of that fan, I really don't have to even fill the drum all the way with fuel. Alright, well, in starting to sort of draw this down and wrap this up, I did what I thought would work. You can hear that fan still going, but I sort of carefully tipped this over quite a ways, there it is, the fan turned off, bent this leg in and could pull this out. This is a little warm. It's not as hot as I thought it would be. Under here's hot, so maybe be careful, or at least have like a big oven mitt you can move it around with. This has no electronic parts to it now. This is just the canister. I could dump this into the water and just cool it down real quick, just the stuff inside. So yeah, that worked the way I thought it would. I just dumped the remnants of part A into part B, the water. Stirred it around. I'm going to leave that out for a while. Just another thought too, you can finish this out, dump it out, get it so it's not possibly going to catch something on fire, and then put it up on a shelf in a small room or something where you are, and it'll warm up that room pretty well as it cools down. Got my potatoes that didn't really crisp up, but definitely warmed up, and I have my eggs, and overall I think with a little tinkering and I get more comfortable with it and more used to it, I think it could be a really good thing to use in the future. So yeah, that's my demo of the Biolite camp stove.